Live.
It's not that I don't want you here. Yeah. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is in the visions I replay. Sit right next to you. Yeah. I try not to show how I feel about you. Think you wish you were, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. You. I don't wanna kiss you. Yeah, I just wanna feel you.
What's good, you guys? It's your girl Hell, and welcome to For What It's Worth. I missed y'all last week, so sorry about that, but we had an emergency with my family. So I'm super glad to be back with y'all tonight. First, a couple of things. Coming up in a couple weeks, we got We Lit Network's We Lit Weekend coming up. There is a party on Friday, showcase on Saturday. There's the flyers. If you are not in the We Lit Network group, make sure you're in there to get updates. You'll see there's a really crazy lineup on the showcase. So last one of the season, take summer out with a bang. Definitely, you are not gonna want to miss that. And it's the last outside hurrah until the next year. So definitely come kick it with us. It's gonna be so fun. Whole weekend of craziness. Also, the normal, let's get the things out of the way. Make sure you're following us on YouTube, Instagram, all the things at We Lit Network. And we are interacting with you there, so make sure you check us out. What else? We got a couple of things coming up for Halloween in October, so you're going to want to be around for that and not miss out on that. It's going to be really dope. We're going to do some stuff for the kids, some stuff for the adults, and make sure you are not missing Fish Fry Fridays. That's still going on. It's been a really great turnout every week, so thank you guys who've been supporting. It's been enabling us to give back, which is the goal. So thank you if you've been out supporting. If you have kids that have gone back to school, congratulations, y'all. We survived quarantine. I never realized how much I missed peace and quiet until we were stuck in the house for a whole year with our kids. I love them to death, but we need that separation of school sometimes. So mine went back today, had a great first day. So if your kids went back to school today, I hope they had a great day too. They went back yesterday. I hope they had a great day. And keep posting those pictures of your kids' first days of school. I love seeing them. I know out here, my son started high school, so his school did 9th and 10th grade started today. I know there's 11th and 12th starting tomorrow, so I know there's still some schools out there that are not yet started yet that will be starting. So keep posting those pictures. I love to see your kids and how excited they are. My son looks like he just got a prison sentence in his back to school picture. First day of high school, and he was not enthused, which I don't get because I was so hyped for high school. So I can't relate. But he had a great day, so I hope your kids did too. A couple of other things. Merch. We are going to have We Lit Network hoodies coming to you. We Lit Network t-shirts. The hoodies, I know you guys have seen them floating out around there. They're really dope. They have holographic flames on the back, so really cool. If you are interested in any merch, we're going to post it in the group. Just hit us, let us know what you want, size. I actually make them myself, so turnaround time is pretty quick. Just let us know what you want, and all your other custom needs, I got you for that too. All right, so being that I missed y'all last week, I got some really good stuff to talk to you about. First things first, things that happened this week. We lost Michael K. Williams the other day. He's best known for his role on The Wire as Omar. The internet's been going crazy. It's such a sad thing. They're saying that he died of overdose, which I don't necessarily know that he had a public drug problem that he was struggling with, or um, an addiction nonetheless. But it seems like a lot of people were really surprised and hurt by this. And just seeing the really cool things that he's been doing kind of prompted my opening topic for today's show. So I went to his profile. I actually had never seen his Instagram, and I was reading through some of his posts, his bio, and it looks like he was supporting a lot of really dope community-led programs. So there were two in particular that he had tagged in his bio. One was called We Build the Block. The other one was called Crew Count, and they're both New York City-based organizations. We Build the Block is a group that's working on replacing over policing with community-led solutions. Now that's what they said their mission statement is. And I was looking at some of the gatherings they had. They were feeding the community. They were doing dinners, things like that. So if you want to check out We Built the Block, it's on Instagram. I know they have a page for donations. So that's really cool. The other group that he was really heavily backing it, Crew Count, is a youth movement organization that was working with new public safety agendas from New York's elected officials. So they were trying to rally and really bring focus to some of the problems and put their foot on their necks of the politicians in New York to get them to straighten out some things. Both really dope organizations. They're very small, so having the support of somebody like him was huge for them, and that's going to be a really major loss. But check them out. Check out Michael K. Williams' Instagram. He had a lot of really cool content on there, and it's definitely a really sad loss. It seems very unexpected, and people weren't ready. A lot of people have really heard about it. So all of the posts and the outpouring of love, I've been looking at all of them, and he had a lot of people that really, really loved him. So I wish everybody healing, all the good vibes. Death is really, really hard to deal with. Like I said, it recently struck my family, and I just really pray for peace for them because that's tough. Piggybacking on the fact that he does really dope activist work, I wanted to point out that I've been seeing more and more news about rappers, like rappers that you wouldn't expect to be heavily giving back, or people who have been branded as assholes, really, really doing dope things in the community. And something came across my timeline today, and it was Kodak Black donating $20,000 to a 2-year-old of a Florida officer that died from COVID. I guess he read an article and the story really touched his heart, and he put $20,000 into a college fund for the little girl. And I feel like when I see Kodak Black, I always see bad news about him. I seen the new crazy thing that he did, or him being locked up, or him just wilding out. And I saw two things about Kodak Black this week that I thought were really cool. There was a video of him being saved that also came down my timeline today, oddly enough. And then this one came down as well. And I say that to say this. I feel like a lot of the surface visuals of people get judged in the rap community and the Black community in general, and sometimes people don't look far into what they're doing for other people, myself included. Like, all I know is Kodak Black as like crazy ass Kodak Black who gets locked up all the time. Like, that's all I know about him. But when you go beyond like his crazy appearance, like the picture, the one with the post of him donating $20,000, he looked like the Cynthia doll from Rugrats. And I'm not even kidding. I'll post the picture in the group. He looks like the Cynthia doll, but sometimes it's hard to see past that to really look into the other things that he does, the meaningful things that he does. And for me, it made me kind of take a step back and think how I really did judge him by his appearance and the stuff that's in the news. They don't tell you the good stuff. They only tell you the things that are going to garner attention. So it's not always the good stuff. And I was really, really happy to see this. Another artist who reached out to the community this week is Future. He held a benefit for Haiti and donated 100% of the proceeds to Haiti. And again, sometimes Future gets a bad rap. Not for being like Kodak Black, but just a womanizing, like, bad. I don't want to say bad father because he's not a bad father, but he gets a bad rap, and I feel like people don't look past the news or what's popular to say about him to see the things that he's doing or that other people do for the community. And it's sad. So I challenge you, don't judge a book by its cover. If you're interested in somebody, definitely look farther than their appearance. I mean, I don't mean to say if you're interested in somebody. I mean, if you... Okay, so this is the challenge. If you see something and or someone and you think they look crazy, like Kodak Black crazy, I challenge you to research that person. If it's a person you see face to face, talk to them. Talk to them and ask them about themselves. It's not hard to talk to strangers. And I know a lot of times we're weird about stuff like that, but you will be surprised at the things you can learn about a person just by having a small conversation with them. So I challenge you. When you think you know about everything about somebody by their appearance, look deeper. Really look into it, and you might be surprised what you find, because I have been surprised, y'all. I have been surprised. And I never thought Kodak Black was a bad dude. I just didn't know anything about him. So that really was cool. It was a real cool reflective moment. Um Also, I wanted to talk about, and this, okay, so I won't talk about that yet. But there is a picture that I posted in the group today, and I think we have it. And I asked, do you know who this is? Someone got it right away. It's Monique. Now, Monique has very publicly been the chunky comedian back in the day. Like, I haven't seen Monique in a while, except for like this much of her when she's going off about somebody not doing her right or whatever. And she used to be one of my favorites. The things she's been doing recently have kind of turned me off to her. But from what I hear, she's gone vegan, which plays a big part into her weight loss. But it seems like I don't want to act like this is directly related to her weight loss, but she seems to be a different kind of person than she was before. And I think it's because she's been jaded by the industry. And that happens sometimes. There were some wrongs that she didn't feel like she deserved. There were situations where she felt like she deserved better, and then she wilded out because she didn't get it. And aside from that, I feel like a lot of her personality has been exposed for the worst since then. So my personal opinion about her has changed a little bit. I will say she looks great. Like, whatever she's doing, she looks great, but it's just awful coincidental to me that she done got skinty and also evil. So I don't know. So I'll take that as a cue that I'll just go eat some brownies, which is not going to happen because I'm actually on keto. But I'm just saying, I feel like she's changed in a lot of ways, and she's not. If you look at I Could Have Been Your Cellmate, I don't know if you ever seen that video, but I Could Have Been Your Cellmate was a stand-up video she did at a prison while she was visiting at a women's prison, that she wanted to go do the show there because she felt like even though these people were in prison, they deserved to laugh. And the message behind the movie was really dope. And the comedy was funny because she's just funny as fuck. And I feel like that person has changed and evolved into this new person, and this new person is probably still funny. I don't know. I haven't seen anything from her recently, but all of the stuff that she's done just makes me look at her differently, and not just because she's skinny. So I don't know. But I was just curious. Like, I saw that picture again. It came down my timeline, and I was like, I wonder if I covered her face if people would know who she is. Because if I covered her face and it just came down my timeline, I would never know who that is. That probably would have been the last person that I thought it was. Not because of the size, just because I didn't realize she had changed so much. But somebody guessed it right away. They probably saw the picture. But still, I didn't see that coming. But anyways. So that's all I really have for what happened this week. I just really wanted to talk about some of the dope things that were happening in the entertainment community. I feel like a lot of the time we hear wild news. When I give you the wild news, I feel like it's often bad, and that's not the case. There's some really cool things that happen in the community of Black artistry, and I just want to bring out that too. So I was really happy to see those things. Okay, so a couple things to talk about. First, we're going to start with Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon, as some of y'all know, is on a baby-making spree. He's just having babies all over the world with random people. I don't know if it's random. I really don't know their background and relationships. But to me, it feels random. I'm not him. But it seems like he's just wandering around dropping babies everywhere. And he recently had his 7th child. And they asked him, is he going to have more kids? And his response was, God willing. Now, I will be the first to tell you that I think having a big family is cool. What I don't think is cool is that it seems like Nick Cannon is dropping these babies off. I'm sure he's a part of it. He shows up. Nick Cannon doesn't miss a maternity shoot. That's just it. He will not miss a maternity shoot. So he shows up to these shoots, and you see all these pictures surfacing online of him in all of these various maternity photo shoots and having these babies with all these different women. Cool. Live your life. Whatever your lifestyle is whatever your lifestyle is. But for me, I just feel like it takes more than money to raise children properly. Now, with that being said, does that mean that you can't be outside of the home and raise your children? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, as a person of Nick Cannon's stature, where he has all of these businesses, he travels, I'm sure, he has TV shows, he has all the stuff that Nick Cannon does, right? Let's say it's a traditional family. So Nick Cannon goes and he does all of these things, and then he goes home and he spends time with his children, whatever time he has at home. How does one disperse yourself in that small amount of time that you have left, right? From all these things that you have going on. How do you then divide that small chunk of time amongst 4, I'm saying 4, I don't know how many it is, 4 households to give your children the proper love and attention that it takes to raise a child? Now, I also know rich people are colossally leaving their kids with nannies, so maybe it's not a thing. Maybe if he was home, he wouldn't be spending time with his kids anyways, because they would be with a nanny. But for me, it just seems irresponsible to be dropping kids off all over the world that you don't plan to parent. And I don't mean that he's not going to pay for them, and I don't mean that he's not going to show up to games if he can. I'm just saying, like, to be there and be present, how do you split that remainder of time equally amongst 5 or 6 places to be able to nurture those children the way that they should be nurtured? I don't see how you could do it. I'm interested to hear your guys' opinion about it. What do you think about it? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's not cool? Like, I don't think it's cool. I think the fact that he's just dropping kids off all over the place is weird. And again, it's not my life, so it's really not my problem. And I'm the type that I will always advocate for letting people do what they do. But, and I've said that before here, and I've said it many times, I'll keep saying it. I am all for people living their lives however they want to live them. For me, it just strikes a nerve when it seems like kids are, commodity is not the right word. Commodity is not the right word. An accessory? Maybe an accessory is the right word. To me, I don't think children are accessories. They're people. And they grow up to be adults. And they grow up to be members of society. And I feel like the way that you nurture them and the way that you treat them affects who they become and how they then take part in society. To me, it's irresponsible to be parenting, fathering children that you don't plan to parent. And this topic actually struck a nerve with me because in my life I've experienced that. Someone who just has children and never has an intention on raising them. That's different than what I'm talking about with Nick Cannon. But I just feel like it's so wrong to bring children into a world that they never asked to be in, and then you don't give them what they need to turn into well-rounded, functioning individuals. And that's not to say I feel like you need to be in a relationship with the parent to be able to co-parent. Co-parenting can happen. It just has to happen in a healthy way, no matter if it's close or if it's separate. Again, I don't know Nick Cannon's story. I don't know how he parents his children. Mariah Carey's kids seem fine, I guess. I'm just saying that I feel like when you do that, it's like, I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way, but I will post that in the group to see what you guys think about it. But for me, it rubbed me the wrong way. And I feel like for him to say, God willing, yes, children are a blessing, but that doesn't mean that just because you can have children all over the place that you should. It's not. Yeah, so that's that. I don't think it's a good idea, but like I said, I'm interested in hearing what you guys think about it. So I will post that. Also, Drake, and this is like a weird shift for me, but I feel like it needs to be said. Drake's album dropped. I haven't listened to it, but I also need to know if I should listen to it. So I know a lot of people have been posting screenshots from it. Again, this was a weird transition because this has nothing to do with what I was just talking about, but it just came to mind that I haven't listened to this album yet and I really need to. I've also not listened to Donda. So I'm going to ask you guys, before I listen to either album, which was the better album? And I'm going to ask you that tonight because I really do want to listen to them, but I don't want to listen to trash because my time I act like my time is super valuable. It is valuable, but I literally listen to music all day while I work. But I want to hear y'all's suggestion. I'll probably listen to both. But which do you think that I should listen to first? Because I'm interested. Very, very interested. So on to the next. This week, Chris Brown's baby mama. No, not Chris Brown. I'm lying. Bow Wow's baby mama, who is also Future's baby mama, was spotted on a yacht with Diddy making out. And they said that she knew the assignment. Now, again, this is a weird transition. But I feel like I need to get it off my chest. So just not too recently, Diddy was all in the news because he was hanging out with Carisha, City Girls. And it was a big thing because of the age difference between them. Now, when that came out, it was the age difference, and Diddy was trifling because she was young or whatever they were saying, which that's not a thing. Age is whatever. as long as it's consenting and it's legal. So let me put that out there while I'm saying ages, whatever. Consenting adults, do whatever you want to do. But my whole thing is, this one picture comes out and suddenly Joey Chavez is her name. Chavez? Joey Chavez? Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Suddenly she knew the assignment and she went from Bow Wow to Future to Diddy. So they're calling her the colossal gold digger. And they're saying that she knew the assignment because every time she bagged somebody richer. And I don't, first of all, is Future richer than Bow Wow? I don't even know if that's a thing. I could see that being a thing, but I don't know if it's a thing. But either way, it's amazing to me how it comes into question whether or not she's a gold digger. And somebody actually asked her, would you consider yourself a gold digger? Which is the fucking nerve, the audacity. Yes, that's the one. Why does this make her a gold digger? Because she's now elevated to Diddy. And now they haven't even explicitly said if they're in a relationship or not, but they got spotted. So now everybody's questioning it. But it's funny to me how when Diddy's with somebody younger, it's, oh, Diddy's a predator because this girl is way younger than him, to where now, because it's her and she has two famous baby daddies, they're like, oh, she's a gold digger and she's there to wipe out his money. First of all, you can never wipe out Diddy's money because his money is stupid long for all the reasons we're not going to get into right now. But this picture obviously says what it is without them saying it, even if they're like, we're not in a relationship. But for somebody to ask her if she's a gold digger, it's like, so she's in the wrong in this situation for being with him because he's richer than her previous date. Like, I just don't understand the mentality. I feel like women get questioned about the wrong thing. Like, the nerve. Like, and her response was, I'm not a gold digger. I've been working since I was 15. I take care of myself. I take care of my kids, and I don't get child support. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that she's not getting child support from both Bow Wow and Future, but maybe it's not. And when she says that, she says, I will repeat, I am not getting child support for either of my kids. I take care of them, and I can cover anything that they need. Now, the loophole in that statement is maybe she's not getting court-ordered child support, but she's getting money for those kids. Like, let's not play dumb about it. She's getting money for those kids, which I'm sure helps the lifestyle that she lives. Because I went down this rabbit hole because I literally never heard of this girl. And in one of the pictures, she was wearing like $7,000 leggings. First of all, it is never that serious. I can't even remember where they were from, but they were $7,000 leggings. And I'm just like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what her claim to fame is, or maybe I did see dance videos, so maybe she's a dancer, but you can't tell me that the fact that you have a baby by Bow Wow and the fact that you have a baby by Future is not accommodating your lifestyle in some way. That I don't believe, but I also don't think it's fair to assume that she's a gold digger because she has elevated to Diddy. Isn't that the point, to upgrade yourself? Now, that's just money. Who says Diddy is an upgrade? I don't know if I agree with that. We all see how the situation played out with Cassie. She was with him for 10 years? And then as soon as they broke up, she moved on, got married, had a baby. All the stuff that she didn't get with Diddy. And again, I don't know anybody's personal relationship to judge it. Just saying, it kind of seemed like she upgraded her life when she got rid of Diddy. So who am I to judge? But I will say it's not cool to assume that a woman's a gold digger because she's with rich men. It's not fair. And the fact for someone to even feel comfortable enough to ask her that out loud is super offensive. And I don't know where people get the audacity with some of the things that they say. And yeah, so that's what I think about that. Don't ask a woman if she feels like she's a gold digger. First of all, she's always gonna say no. That's just off the rip. She's always gonna say no. Assume what you want to assume, but don't say that to someone. That's fucking stupid. It's stupid and it's rude. Don't do it. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about, and I guess I should have tied this to the first conversation about parenting your children, because a video came down my timeline of Northwest checking her mom about her fake voice she uses when she records videos. So the video is Kim Kardashian recording, and she's like, first of all, North always got her foot on Kim's neck. That's just, that girl always is pulling Kim's face card. I don't know if you've seen some of the other videos, but there are other videos of North. That kid is hilarious, and that's definitely Kanye's kid. That girl is her father through and through. So the video was Kim recording. I guess she was doing like an unboxing for maybe making makeup products. And North is like, why are you using that voice? And she said, what voice? She was like, you don't sound like that. And unless you're talking about your products. And she was like, what? What do I sound like? And North was like, she mimicked her in this like fake, like, hey guys, like one of those voices. And she was like, I don't sound like that. I sound like a normal person. I'm using my regular voice. And she was like, no, you're not. You sound different. She was like, how do I sound different? And she did it again. So her niece was there. And she said, Penelope, do I do that? And she was like, yep. And she goes, no, I don't do that. And then she said something else about the fact that the kids were like putting makeup on apples and mangoes. And she like made a joke about it. And then she said, that's awesome. Or she said, I forget what she said, that I'm so happy about that or something like that. And North was like, are you really? Because that's what you say when you're mad. And she was like, no, I really am. And the video stood out to me because, okay, her daughter is sassy. She's like 8 years old. So my daughter was like on point with her stuff when she was that age too, and like
mini flat iron.
She would call you out about something, but I thought it was funny because your kids pay attention to everything you do, and even when you think that they don't notice.
Dorothy, you will love this. Then there's a contour palette.
Oh, you found the video. We can't see it, but I can hear it.
Give me a second. I got you.
All right, so we're gonna play the video for you, but it was really cute. It was funny and it was cute, but we gotta show it to you.
There you go.
So yeah, we're gonna bring it up so you can see the video I'm talking about. But until it comes up, I'm gonna just tell you my point. And the point is that your kids pay attention to everything you do, even when you think that they're not paying attention. The fact that she even called her out on this was beyond hilarious to me, because kids pay attention and they see
and it has
shit. They see it, and some kids will call you out on it. Like my daughter, she will point it out to you that what you're doing or what you're saying is not like her spidey senses start tingling, and she's like, no. Is that it?
Buddhist
Okay,
mini.
look at this video.
I'm so obsessed with mini things, and this one is so good. I'm so excited. And then there's a bamboo body polish. There's this eye mask. Dorothy, you will love this. Then there's a contour palette, and I love these like pressed powders and contours. And there's a serum and this Rare Beauty, these blot sheets and mascara.
Why do you talk different?
Why do I talk different for what? For my videos, I'm the same human being. I don't talk different. How do I talk different? Guys, do you think I talk different when I'm talking about contour?
Yeah.
You do too, Penelope? How do I talk? Guys.
Guys, so today I got this new mask and these new bronzers. I got this.
Is that what I say? Is that what I sound like? Okay. Good. They're doing. They're doing apples made up like humans. That is really creative. Let me see yours. What is this? A mango?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I'm so glad that my beauty products can be used.
You sure you're really glad? Because you always say you're glad and you're mad.
Well, I'm mad that you guys leave a mess like this. You guys are going to have to clean it up.
So that was my point, is that your kids
Oh,
pay
we just
attention to
break
everything
guys,
you do, and some kids will call you out on it, and some won't. But it's amazing how she picks up on just the fact that she changes her voice when she makes videos, and also that she says she's glad when she's really mad. Like, that's some real passive aggressive shit right there. Like, I'm so glad when you know you're pissed right the hell off. And that's not to say I've never done that before, because I'm good for some passive aggressive shit sometimes. But like, I don't know. That video was just really cute to me. And just a mental note, your kids are watching you. When you do that fake shit, they see it. You're the example. Don't forget that everything you do, your kids pay attention to. And even if you think that they're not going to do it or copy you, they definitely will, because you are their example. You are who they idolize. Even if your kids absolutely are fucking mad at you, they still idolize you, and they still will do what you do. So always remember that. Always lead by example. Even though North clearly sees that she changes her voice, and she knows that it's, I won't say dumb, but because we all have like a customer service voice. But she knows us, like, what are you doing? And she called her out on it. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, your kids pay attention to everything. Absolutely everything. And if you think they're not, go get one of those surveys. All these pages out here have them that's like, ask your kids these 20 questions. You will be shocked by some of the stuff that your kids will say. And I did that to my kids when they were a little bit younger, and I couldn't believe some of the stuff that they said. But I'm telling you, they pay attention to everything. Your mannerisms, the things that you say, the way that you interact with people, they pay attention to it all. So definitely, definitely be careful of what you do. And that is all I got for you guys tonight. So one more time, make sure you are keep an eye on the group. We're gonna post some stuff in there. Merch is coming. We Lit Network weekend is coming. That's in 2 weeks. There's the flyers. They are up in the group as well. Make sure you come hang with us. It's gonna be such a good time. The last outside bash of the weekend of the summer, and it's gonna be a good time. Like I said, the card is packed. Some of the really, really, really dope acts, and we are gonna have a good time. So make sure you come out. Also, come kick it with us at Bell's. We will be there on the 17th. The 17th, right, Trav? And so
Correct.
just come. Yep, the 17th. So come hang out with us. It's gonna be a good time. Obviously, leave the drama at home. Come have some drinks with us. Have a good time. It's a celebration. And then we'll work on Halloween stuff. If you want some merch, we will be posting that as well. T-shirts, hoodies, all the goods. So definitely come check us out. And I will see y'all next Wednesday. I might have a special guest next weekend, so stay tapped in. We might have somebody coming up on here with me, but I will see you then. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and y'all have a good night and a good week, and I'll see you next Wednesday.